Okay, that should have worked that time. But we can visit back in with our old friend Max, who's not doing great. Where? Hang on, it needs to connect to the Rockstar Games launcher. I it needs to verify my fucking email. Give me a second. I should have tested this. I should have tested this launcher before we started, but give me that moment. Why does a launcher need this many fucking cookies? Max Payne 3 made OBS crash, but I think we're finally good. We can do like the first chapter or so. So sorry about all that. Failed to load the most recent version of Rockstar Club. Client needs to update. Why wouldn't it do that before it let me launch the game? Let me give this. Let me give this another 10 seconds. The Rockstar game launcher is a pile of trash. A great metaphor for the company itself. If it gives me another if it gives me another error thing, I think we're just gonna call it because it has been 2.5 hours and I don't feel like dealing with it. I also have no idea. And we're just gonna pretend that these like this canceled stream didn't happen. I also don't know why the launcher being updated would be at all relevant to play the single player campaign. I feel like EA's old launcher used to be worse, but they don't use that anymore. I remember when I wanted to, like a couple years ago, when I wanted to play some GTA 4, it took me like 4 hours to figure out how to boot up the fucking game. Because it was like, you don't have the proper license to play this, and it was like, I own it on Steam. This is the Brazil one. Oh, it worked. Miracle of miracles. We're gonna start a new game for a fresh experience. Off. It's the old music.
This place is great. Really comfortable.
Is that sarcastic? I can't even tell with Max.
I'm just gonna get settled in. Time to move on. Get on with my life. Yes, absolutely.
This is made by Rockstar and not Remedy, so a lot of the Remedy touches are gone. But Remedy did give their blessing to the game after they reviewed like the script and stuff.
Now, like I said,
But Max Payne has moved to Brazil to take advantage of a security gig for
let it go.
some rich a-holes. I hope that that's a picture of Mona Sachs and not his wife and kid. And we're most likely never getting a Max Payne 4.
Definitely more my style than Panama. Or Hoboken, I guess. No. If I'm honest, I just got kind of bored of boozing. I mean, once in a while, but not all the time. You're right. It wasn't doing me any favors. Maybe I'd lost my
We've talked about this
self-respect,
before.
but it's back.
I probably should have put a warning,
Really.
but I've never had a seizure, but I am a little sensitive to flashing. So, like, basically, if you're epileptic, this game is actively trying to kill you.
I like it here. It's certainly ain't New Jersey. It's my new life, just like you said.
And I'm sure there are mods that reduce it. But as far as I know, vanilla game, there's no way to really get rid of it, because they're homaging Man on Fire.
Apart from the weight. Very funny. Ha ha.
Was that Pedro Pascal serving us drinks?
Jerk.
But Max has a new problem. He's an alcoholic, which I don't think he fully qualified as before. Einstein's theory of relativity. I was thinking I realized a couple days ago that when he talks about like Einstein's theory says time slows down, I think that's the only acknowledgement the first two games make of the bullet time, because they otherwise don't talk about it. Hey Max, don't show off your grippers for free.
So I guess I'd become what they wanted me to be. A killer.
Oh my goodness.
Some rent-a-clown with a gun who puts holes in other bad guys. Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death. And I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
That's such a beautiful simile. I love it. I think Max may have lost his point a little bit.
I'd arrived in Sao Paulo a few weeks before. I was working a protection detail for the kind of people who need protection in a town like this. And what kind of town was this? One where I didn't speak the language and they didn't water down their drinks. So for now, we seemed to get along just fine. Of course, that was about to change.
Hey, brother.
Hey,
How's the cocktail?
it's scotch. I never mix my drinks.
Yeah, at least not on duty.
Something like that.
Man.
That is our security buddy.
Yep.
Well, this is the face that's actually based on James McCaffrey himself, right?
This cocktail party really swing.
I guess they call it trickle-down economics.
That's funny.
It's supposed to be a charity thing. Drink and give money. I don't know, something for the kids. Hey, listen, man. We better look lively. This place is a nightmare. They just got cowboys running security downstairs. Something rotten in the air.
That didn't mean much. There was always something rotten in the air. The family we were protecting were local celebrities, rich parasites with delusions of humanity. The kind of people who end up in glossy magazines or body bags, depending on how their luck runs. So where are they?
He's so handsome.
I see Rodrigo over there talking to that guy.
Yeah, I don't know him.
That guy had more chin than
some kind of
face.
cop. I think, I'm not sure. Serious, though. Big end cop, anti-gang sort of thing. I can't remember his name.
So who's this guy?
That guy's a plastic surgeon or some kind of surgeon.
That's-
Tommy Tux.
That's Rami Malek, I think.
Look at Marcel. Still dances like a fool.
Guess that's what a European education and a coke habit will do for Ricky Martin look alike.
That's very funny, Max. Oh, excuse me.
I was mostly working for Rodrigo Branco.
I'm not convinced
a
that
local
any of the people
businessman.
they just showed me are
Things,
straight.
Did some charity, had things named after him, won awards, owned things, people. One of the trophies he had won was his wife, Fabiana. She was hot and wanted to be dangerous. Some good genes trying to fight their way out of a cesspit. She'd married well and was now at leisure to regret her good fortune. They got along as well as any rich workaholic and his younger airhead wife tend to get along. They mostly ignored each other.
This is how
She spent a lot
uneventful
of time with his cokehead younger
Max's
brother,
security gig has
Marcello.
been so far.
He
Is
was
that,
a good-time
is
guy
that his
if your
his
idea of
narration
a
has
good
gotten
time was
has gotten more
expensive
severe.
soup, a bottle of champagne, and nothing between the ears. The middle brother, Victor, had just walked in. He was a local politician.
I didn't even think that was
Guy was
possible.
smoother than an oil slick on an iceberg, and
Speaking of
about as
chins.
toxic. The rest of the crowd, I didn't know, but I could imagine the types. People who know if they drink enough, they won't have to feel guilty about their good fortune.
Yeah, it's less.
Suddenly, things turned real.
It's
ugly.
more of a
Felt like
straightforward
I had
story
no drive
rather
around
than
here.
kind of like like. It was kind of playing with the noir setting under the previous developers, but this is more of a straightforward thing. Now, I do remember the first time I played this that I absolutely ate shit on this part because I didn't know the controls.
Passos! What was that? I don't know what the fuck that was. Let's go.
Things had gone from fine to fucked up in about a second, and now there were two idiots at the wheel.
Clear.
And I don't know any of the secrets. I found
Got this floor?
each level has like a couple secret like
It wasn't
encounters you
my
can
own
have,
safety I was concerned about.
but I don't
Trophy
remember
wife
where
or
any
not,
of them are.
I'd said I would protect the girl.
The gunplay is much improved, as you would expect. Ah! He's learned how to take cover after retiring from the force.
That was the boss lady. Only this time she wasn't calling for more vodka in her Cosmo.
You don't say.
The same in any language. Trashy magazines and pretty trashy people. I just hoped I could keep them out of the crime section.
That doctor is, making me lose my
She
mind.
was out on one of the balconies, and I hoped, not about to be thrown off it.
Don't be stupid! Don't be stupid! Let her go! Let her go! Come on!
It might have been stupidity or drunkenness, or maybe both. But before
I
knew
don't
it,
think
was
that
back
you need to
taking
jump off the
insane
building to
risks,
get a shot at
trying
him.
to save
I
fallen
might be
women.
crazy.
Tranquila! Tranquila! Nós cuidamos disso.
Nice work! Now you need a hand?
No, you? Who the hell's Rodrigo?
I don't know, man. Thanks.
Somebody's gotta go find him.
Está tudo sob controle agora. Fica tranquilo.
I imagine the elevator door is opening to a firing squad.
Man,
of
he's
Muslims.
wetter than me.
Far
I'm
as I could see
sorry.
it, the one thing my plan had going was that no one else would be stupid enough to pull this move.
Where's Bronco?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to get a reliable count on how many enemies we kill in this game because it counts from every playthrough. Let me look at the controls. I want to see overall how many enemies we've killed in general. There doesn't actually seem to be a thing telling you that. How do you activate bullet time?
To keep moving. I didn't want to fuck this up more than I already had.
The wavy effect while you do that is completely unnecessary. Oh my god. I forgot about that. That's awesome.
It looked like they were taking him out through the basement. Maybe I still had a shot. Rodrigo was too rich a prize for them to throw away. Sure, I'd have to work hard to get him
Seeing
back then,
seeing
bad
these
guys
people's
get
bodies
lost
absolutely
alive.
mangled and
Almost as
destroyed
much as I did.
in slow-mo is great. I love it. That guy thought he was doing something, but he just died with his ass in the air.
They weren't far ahead. Once I opened the door, I'd actually have to come up with a plan.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I remember because Rockstar made a big push for this game, and it ended up not selling to their satisfaction. Which doesn't really mean anything.
The great thing about being famous as well as rich is the bad guys know who to kidnap.
It is popular, and I think that this game sold well enough.
Rattling with gunfire.
But
Was I too late?
but sales expectations in the gaming space are frequently completely unrelated to reality. So it almost doesn't matter how well it actually sold. It failed to meet their sales expectations, i.e. the number that was decided on for these executives to get their bonus.
Rodrigo!
Oh my god.
Rodrigo! I'm here!
They definitely don't, because they can... Oh god. I think that was just blood, but it looked like the entire right side of his face came off. But yeah, I mean, Rockstar considered Red Dead Redemption 2 to be kind of a failure, so it truly does not mean anything to anybody.
It's gonna be all right, Mr. Bronco!
Well, okay. It wasn't they decided that it was not profitable enough, or at least I think I'm kind of misquoting. They decided that it was not, that the online wasn't played enough to justify keeping it alive for more than, like, 3 years. Because the online for Red Dead 2 has been very dead, whereas GTA Online is still getting updates 12 years later. But I think Red Dead 2 also failed to meet the numbers that they came up with while they were boofing cocaine. That's just always funny.
You're okay. You're okay. Yeah.
You can see the gristle from where the bullet exited their head.
It's okay.
It's awesome.
Ei, vocês aí! Que porra vocês estão fazendo? A justiça local?
Que porra você acha que é, falando com meus homens assim?
Você acha que tem o direito de matar as pessoas a sangue frio, Becker?
Cala a boca, cuzão! Continua dando multas. Não põe o nariz onde não é chamado. Vamos.
I appreciate that they don't translate.
Chama uma ambulância!
No, the gunplay is like I think better than it's been. I think it's better than it's been in any other game that Rockstar has made. It's better than it is in GTA 5. The gunplay in GTA 5 is pretty good. Is great, but it's not as good as this.
I guess. So who's this guy?
I don't know. Some kind of
It's a lot simpler in comparison to this.
Some branch of the police, not UFE, but normal cops. I don't know about this stuff, politics. Everywhere politics. Shit, Max, you look kind of beat up. Let's get this lot home, and then I'll get you home too. Come on.
So it seems like
Back
everybody
home,
made
was
it.
time for some R&R, the only way I knew how.
Stop idling your truck, you fucking dickhead. Sorry. I can hear it loud and clear. You have a small penis. Get out of here. I mean, 30 guys is under his usual
Dad, I guess
standards,
I was
to be
ready for
fair.
bed.
I forgot to like try to count the second game, but in the first game he kills 600 people. and in these games you are basically forced to kill every enemy.
A couple of days later, it was
It
back
is
to work.
it is almost
Ferreting the
non-existent
boss's
that there's an
broad
enemy
was
you can
ditching
skip.
a brother out for the night so they could recover from their brush with mortality. Then again, what did I expect? These were the kind of people who went to nightclubs in helicopters. Fabiana had brought her sister along, presumably so she could show off just how rich and empty her life was. And boy, was she about to learn the meaning of rich and empty.
Max, I was speaking to you.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was saying we get into a lot of scrapes, man.
Well, we're still here.
Hey.
Thanks to you, Max. I owe you my life.
Boom. It wasn't just him, huh, baby?
Oh, yes, Marcel. I'm sure you did a lot to save everyone. You were probably worried about getting blood on your stash.
Very funny.
Thank you, Max. I don't know what I would do without my sister.
And even though this was like a year before, I think that this this has like graphics close to on par with GTA 5 and close to on par with like the very first PS4 games.
Did someone say Buzz Q?
Hey.
I'm just kidding, but it is a cold town, man. Hey, here we are.
Max Payne 3 is sentient, and it does not like epileptic people. I was hoping they would forget to duck their heads.
I love this place. E aí, Zé Carioca, falou, brother. I love this view. It's a real chill place to hang, you know? Do a little business, have some fun. I
Yeah,
need to
it's
do it.
bit-
I've been working far too hard.
I mean, it's
Like,
basically
more
just
during
a
Bleachy Wiki, as my roommate used to say.
an homage, if you want to be generous, to Man on Fire. I just realized that I was getting myself close to the wrong microphone. I also need to turn the game down. We'll probably call it at the hour break, at the hour mark, because it's now been 3.5 hours. But there's there's more mayhem to be had.
I heard what happened. I missed you. I would have called, but you know how it is. Didn't want it to bother you. Hey, Marcel, I think I might have an interesting investment for your brother.
Well, call him up, homie.
I haven't seen him for a while. Last week was Fashion Week. My God, Egypt, but so beautiful. You know Anastasia?
Oh, yeah, I know, Anna.
Now, I do actually remember one of the secrets, one of the little clues you can find. But let's wait for this to go tits up. But I love the fact that they were almost, like, these people were almost kidnapped and they didn't increase security. Like, obviously these are the kind of people that are still gonna go to clubs, but they still just brought the two guys.
Your table, nothing but the best. Nothing but the second best. Why can't we sit over there, man?
I love you, but Claudio can advance.
Claudio? Fucking Claudio, he isn't even any good. If he were good, he'd be in Barcelona, Milan, he couldn't even make it in Germany. Now he comes back here and acts like fucking royalty.
I'll introduce you.
Nah, name Caesar. Just give me a bottle of champagne, eh?
This kind of place made me want to puke. I needed a real drink to deal with the electronic music and the robotic people.
Fucking monkey from a fucking slum.
I like the way that they emphasize the dialogue
Nothing.
and the dialogue that they choose to emphasize.
Hey, Max, you're a man of the world. What are you fucking doing, man?
Now what?
What do you do about life?
Look at me, I'm standing in a nightclub, listening to music I can't stand. I'm 5,000 miles from home, I'm armed and I'm drinking. You don't want to listen to advice from me, amigo.
Oh, Max, I love you, man. You're fucking real, you know? Oh, shit. People. Fuck 'em. People get me wrong. I think I love a wrong woman. Oh, excuse me. Fabio!
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to have that word broadcast.
He left. A minute more of his drivel.
So I tried to
would
speak
have put a
over
bullet in
it.
him myself. It soon turned out I wasn't the only one.
I'm positive I am, but I get nervous about it. Yeah, I just get nervous. Because I know, because unlike a lot of people with my skin tone, I'm aware that I'm not allowed to say it, so I get nervous just hearing it. Oh, his dickhead. Oh
I
no.
hadn't seen it coming, but that was no surprise. It's hard to keep your eye on the ball through the bottom of a glass. I just hoped I could.
That
get
was
to
my
Fabiana
amateur
in jail about
circumcision.
any time.
Now I
I knew
think
if I didn't get to the girls soon, they'd be leaving this place with either a price on their heads or a tag on their toes.
Alright, there's a bathroom that we need to find our way into in a second. It's somewhere in this level.
The doors had been
Well, I'm very
chained
happy
shut.
for you. I'll try to
I didn't
support
need
you.
my Portuguese for Beginners phrase book to work out what was going on. The guy making the noise was the boss. He was sending them around to cut me off from the other side. And sure enough, a few seconds later, I had some company on the dance floor. There had to be another way out through the VIP lounge. Rich fools love a private exit. If I was gonna
You
lose
need to
the
chill out,
boss's
guy.
wife and sister-in-law, I might as well do it medicated.
Oh, I think I only collected like one of these golden parts before.
Time was a luxury I couldn't
I think
afford.
the other, I think part of the reason that they considered this a failure is that this is when I think most big publishers had a requirement that that every game have a multiplayer mode, and the I don't think the I heard good things about the multiplayer in the game, but I feel like it was not as big a success as they wanted in that department. I'm not exaggerating. I know EA literally had a policy where every game had to have multiplayer around this time, like 2011 to 2014-ish.
Hey, Sao Paulo's favorite bodyguard. How's it going, bro?
It's not good. Some guys took Giovanna and Fabiana.
What? Jesus, Max. Hey, I'm on my way.
No. Stay in the chopper. We'll meet a way out of here. I'll go find the girls.
God, they came out of there. They went that way into the lounge.
Come here.
Go.
Get up. You can't stay here. I need you to lock this door behind me. Get everybody else out of here.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. If you're susceptible to seizures, don't look at this. Oh, I'm definitely gonna accidentally wing some people. Yeah, honestly, like most of the time whenever anyone talks about like a game failing to meet sales, I think that just means that they spent more money on it than was reasonable. I mean, this looks like an expensive game to make, but usually I think it just means that they overspent on like marketing and shit. That's not
This wasn't looking good.
that's not strictly essential.
This week. Now I was giving them 2 for the price of 1. Much as I like to indulge in self-reflection, this wasn't the time.
Huh? Well, I remember that because when Herman was going through Dead Space 2, he like he was curious about that mode, and he wanted to know if anyone was still playing it. And I found a couple people that had been playing it recently.
Don't shoot, por favor.
You an American?
Sure. Yeah, I'm from Steele, North Dakota, just outside of Bismarck. Anders Detling. This is some place, huh? They told me it was a little fresh, but I wasn't expecting things to be quite like this.
What's interesting...
See, I've seen things. I was a cop for 25 years. I've seen men run over by combines. I've seen husbands who just ate their wives, but a gunfight at a disco.
You were a cop?
Yeah.
Those things seem a lot crazier than a
Gave me the money
gunfight
to
in a
raise
disco.
family. Well, I got a girl at college in Wisconsin and a boy who's playing football for Minnesota State. You want to see their picture?
No, that's all right. Sounds nice. Listen, you stay in here. Don't be.
But what's interesting is that there's another
Happy, healthy,
later on in this
ex-cop.
game. There's a sequence where you run back into that guy, and I think it doesn't activate the same way. I think there's different dialogue if you didn't meet him here.
It looked loud and expensive enough to be Fabiana's. Her fashion sense didn't leave a whole lot of room for imagination.
The only saving grace for all of that multiplayer is that most of those multiplayer modes were peer-to-peer, so you can still play them today. There were no servers to shut down, which is you can't say the same for a lot of games from that era,
Whatever the hell they were arguing about.
or a lot of
it was
multiplayer
time for
games
me
in
to add
general.
my
I mean,
2 cents. They were still alive, at least. This crew was starting to look a lot like friends of the gate crashers at last week's party. These guys had some real issues with the Broncos. They were back to finish the job. I figured it was time to start doing mine.
the diving for bullet time is a lot funnier this time around. But for the remakes of 1 and 2, I don't think they really have any good excuse to not basically just iterate on this. Because this is the best that the gameplay was ever at. Oh, I figured out how to do bullet time, never mind. I just perforated his ball sack.
A little consolation prize for having my assault on the free bar cut short. They were headed for the helicopter pad. I had to get to the roof before Giovanna and Fabiana left on a one-way flight. I knew this was going to be a bad idea, but in the continued absence of any good ones, I decided to go with it. What a view.
Max is 42 or 43 in this game, I believe.
At least I was getting shot at.
Which is about 10 years longer of a lifespan than you would have assumed from Max's previous behavior.
A couple of more seconds and I'd have given some poor street cleaner a crappy start to his day. Now, I had a ride to catch.
Oh. It's not a stream if that doesn't happen. But after this this little level, I think we're gonna call it.
Jesus, Max, I can't leave you alone for 5 minutes. What the hell happened in there?
They jumped us. Same guys from the party, I think. They grabbed the girls and Marcelo, but he's here now.
Yeah, don't worry about me, homie. I'm just a guy paying you lots of money to protect me.
That's what I'm saying is that I don't think there's any excuse to not iterate on this.
Look, there they are.
Unless they've got something like really, unless they've got like something really innovative. I think this is the way to go.
Max, you gotta do something. Come on, get the rifle back there.
They might include a mode. I'm just talking completely out my ass because the game doesn't really exist yet, at least in the public eye. But I think there's going to be a mode where they emulate the old bullet time, but the old bullet time system is like too primitive to just use straight up. No one, basically no one else in gaming, nothing else in gaming does bullet time the way Max Payne does. I think they're the, I think they turned it into an art.
If we get out of this alive, you two are fine.
Is that a promise? Got her! Kill that son of a bitch! Move! You're gonna lose her! She's headed for the roof! Gotta get around this thing!
How is this getting around it? I'm team.
Oh, look! Look! There she is there!
Oh, I shot that man right in his ballsack again.
Gonna kill her, man!
She's headed inside, Passos. Get us down there.
Right. I'm headed to the helipad.
Shit. Oh, look out! Max! Max! Max!
That was also not one of the reloadable style rocket launchers. He should not have been able to fire that twice. Well. Realistically, Max should have died like much earlier. Hang on. Realistically, Max should have died of an overdose during the first
Really
game.
Goddamn army of these goons. Clearly, somebody wanted these girls bad.
Because he was
Maybe
popping
just
like
assumed the Bronco's security
6
system
painkillers
system
every
was
5 or so
a drunk
minutes.
American has been and a Brazilian never was, who should have paid more attention in flying school. Either way, I needed to find Giovanna before they did.
The dialogue that they choose to emphasize again is very funny to me.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso.
Yeah, it's that he can't go cold turkey. He'll just he'll just explode. In Max. Alright, this works out a little better.
Isso está ficando vergonhoso. Ela não vale a pena. Temos a mulher do branco.
I'm also not used to the cover system, so I keep forgetting that it's even there. I don't know how I got so high in the air. This is gonna hurt Max's knees for sure, and also the rest of his body. Let's go with the revolver. I think that's gonna get us more reliable. I didn't even see that these painkillers were here. I was like, man, they're not really giving me painkillers. Buff the painkillers at least. They make them better in Brazil. Nope. You think I didn't see you? Let's switch guns. Being able to dual wield two different guns also is not that common. I feel like games rarely let you do that. Oh, I'm gonna die for that. I know it. Oh, there's definitely another guy around. Hey, buddy. Sometimes I feel like they're grabbing their balls, even though they weren't shot in the balls. That is not quite how physics works, but I'll take it.
The odds on Giovanna still
He
being
started moving
alive
backwards
were worse
before
by
the bullet hit
second,
him.
And if Fabiana wasn't dead already, I was guessing pretty soon she'd start wishing she was. I was up for one god-awful performance review.
Did someone die? I missed that.
This was a mess. Where the hell was Passos? We were two failed cops failing miserably at being bodyguards. He approached everything with about as little preparation as I did. Maybe that's why we got along.
But I would, because I played about, I would say, like halfway through this,
Giovanna!
not too long ago. So I would recommend, if it's been a long time, pulling it up.
What's happening? Where were you?
Are you all right?
What, do I look all right?
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of here.
Passos, where is he? Is he okay?
We had to make a quick detour. He's fine. He's right there.
My God, it's Raul!
Giovanna!
Raul!
What the hell are you doing?
Huh?
Hey. No, nothing. Go.
Seems like I wasn't the only guy around here who had taken his eye off the ball.
Are you okay?
My weakness was the drink. Passos was the sister. Things were turning pretty ugly in this town.
Outrageous.
The boss's girl was gone, and part of me wished I was too.
Okay. I think every time it cuts back to Max drinking himself to death in his apartment, we can call that a level. So I hate to cut it short like that, but it has been 3 hours, and I have been failing to catch up on sleep. The game's also refusing to close. No one I know well enough to raid into is streaming, so I think we'll call it for there. But thank you everybody for stopping by. It's always very much appreciated. And this Remedy walkthrough, or this Remedy marathon, has been very filling because of it. But yeah, everybody take easy and stay safe.